What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Want to give a shout out to my homie KO, OG KO, South Park Coalition, for giving me the thought for this particular topic that I want to go into, man. Those of us who work 9 to 5 jobs and, you take care of your family and you get up, you go to work every day, man. That's exactly, that's an honorable thing to do. And I would never be a person who would try to dismiss that or make that be something like, you should be ashamed of, or, you a sucker if you going up and going working on the plantation. You are on the plantation, but you're not a sucker. You're an honorable man or woman who's doing what you gotta do to take care of your family. Let's get that out the way first. But also, that being said, this is what we have to understand. We have people that will get a job and will work on a particular job for a particular company 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, 40 years, depending. I've known people who worked one job for all the way to retirement. I know a person that did that. I've known other people that have probably had 3 jobs since I've known them, and I've known them 30 years, 40 years almost. Because once they get on a job, they're loyal, they're reliable. Saying all that to say, that job would never be as loyal to you as you are to it. That company will never be as loyal to you as you are to that company. That boss, supervisor, manager, whoever's ahead, above you, will never be as loyal to you as you are to them. And the reason why I gave KO this shout out, because he told me something that messed my head up. He was telling me the story of this lady who was working for this company, and the head of the company needed a kidney transplant. And just so happens, this lady who worked for this company, she was a match to give the boss lady a kidney. And she went through the procedure, gave the lady the kidney, gave her one of her kidneys. The lady survives, saved the lady's life, and ends up getting fired because, according to the story, she was not back at work in a timely enough fashion while recovering from the kidney that she gave to the head of the company. Man, you can't make this stuff up. So, first thing that went through my mind, well, I think the first thing that went through my mind is, number one, I would have never been in that situation, because it wouldn't have been even a thought of me giving the boss one of my kidneys. I don't care if we was a match. That's the first thought that went through my mind. The second thought that went through my mind, that if I would have happened to have been the person who needed the kidney, and somebody that worked for me gave me one of their kidneys, they can never be fired. They got a job for life. They got a job for life, because they, with God's blessing, gave you life. So for that woman to be that evil and still fire the lady who saved her life, and now her life just goes on, and now the woman who, and like I say, by the way, the reason why she wasn't back at work was because she was still recovering from giving her the kidney, and then turned around and got let go by the same people. But that's an extreme case. There are other cases where people have went above and beyond on the job. Some people like to go above and beyond, get there early, stay late, do extra. You had a certain time that you was about to get off, and they came to you and said, "Hey man, can you stay a little longer? Can you close tonight?" And, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah, no problem, no problem." And get up, be right back in there the next day, next morning, um, every function, everything they ask you to do, you're over the top. And then something happens and they let you go and hire their nephew. You know, these are the types of things that happen with these companies. It happens in smaller companies all the way up, definitely all the way up to corporate America, and everything in between. You would never ever be, your loyalty will never be matched. And I know what you're thinking. Some people say, well, no, man, my job ain't like that. I know somebody, man. Oh, no, my dad worked for such and such, how many years and years and years. And that, okay, there may be exceptions where um, you were not treated as bad or somebody wasn't handled in the ways that I'm mentioning. But you never ever get the reward that you're supposed to get for all that time you put in. It just doesn't, it's never going to equal up. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just the nature of the game. And a lot of times people who are still able to work, they put in all those years, they get forced out, forced into retirement and things of that nature, and they try to dress it. Oh, we're gonna give you a nice package. We're gonna throw you a nice party, give you a great send off, and all these different things. You know, you're not gonna ever have your loyalty matched. So what you saying all that to say what, Kay? I'm saying that to say that no matter how comfortable you might be on the job, you should always have a safety net structured, or be in the process of structuring a safety net, because these people can let you go at any second and you'll just be coasting along, uh, establishing your life. You just moved in your house, you just moved in your apartment, you're getting your stuff set up, and then all of a sudden these people let you go because you had your mind thinking for the long haul that, okay, I'm good, I got me a nice steady secure job. Ain't nothing steady and secure, especially in America. Especially the way this game is set up, it ain't nothing steady and secure. So always, as we say, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Have a game plan that you can institute. Be disciplined enough to put a little something away, because at any moment they could shut you down. And it's not going to matter about the speech you come in. But I've been with this company for 15 years. I gave my blood, sweat. They're going to, oh, yeah, we appreciate that. But I'm hiring my nephew. All right, man. Y'all keep that in mind as we move forward. It's your big brother, K-Rino. Um, work on being the boss. And I know you got to do what you got to do until you're able to do what you want to do. So, again, I'm not knocking that. But always develop and keep a boss mentality, because you might need it. All right, I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace.